So, like we've been talking about, we have been going on this journey here and want to cover some of these, cover these topics. The book at the bottom here is called A Journey Within. That's a pretty good book. And it's spirituality. All right, good to see you on, Christy. So it's spirituality. And I am covering these topics right now. And, spirituality, personal development, and of course, history slash American foreign policies. So these are things that our government has done all over the world. And we want to bring those into, to light as well. You know what I mean? All right, thanks, Christy. So I have been reading this book here, The Seven Habits of Highly Effective People. And some of the things that they are saying, they're, about habits and how crucial habits are to our success. I went to run with one of my friends today. So we decided to go for a short run. It was a 3 mile run, so that was pretty short. And we were talking about success habits and so forth. And there was so we knock out the running out the way, and today is day 412 days since I have been running. And we are talking about success. And I'm mentioning the 412 days for a reason. Because, like my friend said to me today, he said, one of the biggest thing I have gotten out of this whole, this journey here, this success, this fitness journey here is, discipline. And I understand that so many people, so many people are not disciplined. They want to accomplish their goals, but they are just not disciplined to stick with it. And don't forget, folks, while you are here to like and subscribe and help out your boy to get out into the YouTube universe. So like and subscribe. All right, folks. So you need consistency. You need to be consistent, or else you are not going to, you are just not gonna achieve whatever you set out to do. It's just not gonna happen. All right. So develop consistency is something that you have to develop. That's just a fact. You can try to get up one day and go do 50 push-ups one day, and then the next day you don't do anything at all, and 3 days after that you don't do anything at all. It's just not gonna work. I went down to the gym today. I lift a little bit of weights, and then I did 80 pull-ups, and I did 260 push-ups. My goal is 300, so I will do the next 40 later on before bed. All right. And I have been doing this for 412 days now in a row. So for the guy who's talking about steroids, We're talking about consistency, being consistent. Get up every single day and go out there and do the work. All right. Now, I realize a lot of people are struggling, and I want to help out a number of you with a few things. So, and this is mainly for men. This could be beneficial and valuable for women as well. But I'm gonna start with men first, and this is something I want to help men do. All right. So I want to help some of you men to reinstate the respect and the dignity back into your life, and also become independent. I want to help some of you do that. And then, so that's two. And number three, our ultimate goal is to be free. When I say free, what do I mean? Well, they told us that we live in a democracy and we have freedom and so forth. Yes, that's true. It's true to a degree, but it's not 100% true. And what do I mean by that? Yes, I can walk down, I can go down to the store, I can go to the malls, I can go shop without the policeman stop me and bother me. And some of those things are true. In some areas, it's true. But we're talking about real freedom here, where you can if you are living in Texas, you can pack up your stuff and move to Omaha, Nebraska, if you want to. That's the freedom I'm talking about, and that's where I believe this whole freedom, the whole idea of freedom, it is disingenuous. It's just not. It's just not completely true. Okay. So that's our ultimate goal, is to become free. But right now we're gonna work on reinstate the respect and the dignity back into our lives. So many of us has lost it, or it was ripped away from us in whatever way it happened. It doesn't matter right now. I don't care how it happened. It doesn't matter. So right now we need to reinstate men. I'm talking about men right now. We need to reinstate the respect and the dignity back into our lives. And this is where developing consistency is going to help you to accomplish reinstating the respect and the dignity back into your life, and also become independent. So you're gonna have to work. There is work that need to be done. And I'm not talking about you do something one time and then you said, I don't feel like doing it. I don't feel like doing it again because, my ankle hurts, or I'm having a headache. My tummy hurts. And then you just gave up. We're talking about stay in there for the long haul. Like I said, I have been running, working out for the past 412 days straight. All right? Consistency. Now, maybe the reason why this worked for me is because I am committed to my fitness journey. All right? And you're going to need commitment. It's best if you are committed to It's best if you are committed to something that you truly want. I hope you are not you are not committed to somebody else's goal, because that can create conflict in your life. They want you to do something else, and you want to do something else, and that can create a problem for both parties. So this is why you are going to have to look at something that you really want to do. And what I would say, what I would suggest, because we're talking about getting back your respect, and there are things you can do to start feel respected again, because I think a lot of us have lost that. Maybe some bosses at our job, we apply for a position and they gave it to somebody else. That's not respect. And we take those things personal. And we start to think about, like, why would you do that? I should get that position, not that person who just came in here 2 weeks ago. But they don't care anyways. They gave that position away to somebody else because they just don't respect you. And you're going to have to look at that. Now, that can send you spiral all the way down to the ground. Maybe you have a relationship. Whoever you are dating doesn't respect you. That can mess you up too. So, you are going to have to reinstate your respect. And there is nobody coming from anywhere to do that for you. You're going to have to do that for your own self. And this is when the work comes into play, because you're going to have to do the work. Sorry about that. You're going to have to do the work. So that's why I highly recommend, before you start thinking about anything else or doing anything else, start with the gym, start working out, and start running. Start right there. They actually make you feel better about yourself. People look at your physique. Yes, they do. I'm not saying you have to look jacked like, Hulk or anything like that, or Arnold Schwarzenegger back in the day. One of the reasons why, if you are, if you look physically attractive, that means you are in good shape. One of the reasons why people respect you because of that look is because it is difficult. It's not easy. It's hard work to get to that point. I jumped up on the pull-up bar today 8 times. And that was 10 sets. Each time I go up, it's 10 sets. You know what I mean? I also hit the floor. I do another 260 push-ups. I'm gonna do another, 40 or so, maybe more, so I can get my 300 push-ups in, for the day, so I can accomplish that goal. Fitness is one way how to gain respect. But being consistent, this is how people actually take you seriously. They looked at you and be like, Tyler runs every day. Tyler has been running, or maybe Tyler runs 5 times a week, 4 times a week. Tyler goes to the gym 4 times a week, 5 times a week. People look at that. and they will extend the respect out to you because of your commitment, your dedication, your consistency, because you need to be consistent. In order for you to get almost anything done, you need to be consistent. Well, if you wanted to get to the end, at the finish line, to actually see what you set out to accomplish. A few weeks ago, I go run a 16-mile run. I have to continue on until the very end in order for me to accomplish that goal. I have to stay there. You know what I mean? So, we are going to be talking about, men getting their respect back. And this is how you get it: by doing the work. Then later on, you can go look at what else you like to do. Combine the two together. Running, working out, combined with whatever else. Rock climbing, mountain biking, or maybe you just want to do gardening. It doesn't matter, either way. But I highly recommend the fitness. If you are looking to get back out there into the world, because like adversities happen, and when they happen to us, they can hurt bad, very bad. And we being hurt, we can be sent spiral down into the ground. It can take a long time to get from, down there at the bottom to get back up. It can take a very long time. It's, because sometimes you just go down there and you are just down there, down in the dumps. You are just stressed out. Nothing is really working out for you. Life sucks. You are in debt. You are just working to, paycheck to paycheck, hardly can pay your bills. You are just struggling. And guess what happened? Other people see that struggle. And a good portion of the time, they just push you down further. Because we attract those people into our lives. So yes, reinstate the respect back into your life should be a priority. We shouldn't even be thinking about it. We should just start doing it right away. If it's not anything at all, most human beings, but especially men, I do not know who that is, psychiatric technician. I do not know who that is at all. So, especially, so respect is what pretty much everybody needs. But it is more important to men, I believe, in my opinion. I could be wrong about that. But it's more important to men. Men want respect. And that's one of the reasons why, you see, we fight, we go to war, we kill each other. And oftentimes you will hear men say, you disrespected me, or you better not disrespect me, or else we're gonna have some serious, we're going to go fist fight, or whatever other type of violence will be introduced because you disrespect that person. So we're gonna work on that for you men. one of the reasons why I highly recommend you reinstate the respect back into your life, it makes you very angry when you have been disrespected and you stay in that state for a long period of time. Right? Just turned 44. Right? So, this is why I said we're gonna have to, you men, this is this is the goal now, is to help you to reinstate the respect and the dignity back into your life, so that way you can start feel some type of you know, it will give you a break from the anger and the bitterness. No, I don't. From the anger and the bitterness. It will help, it will relieve you. Because now you start respecting yourself and you have more, you start feeling better about yourself. And you want to go out there into the world, and you also want to make, no, not at all. And you want to go out there into the world and you want to make changes as well. So, we are going to work on that because we understand not being respected, men, we don't like that. And it can make us extremely bitter. We want our last name out there. You know what I mean? We want people, I mean, not all of us, but a good portion of us, we want to be known. And we want to be known for good deeds. Right? But just understand that nobody is coming just show up and just start respect you out of nowhere. Yes, they might give you a little bit of yeah, they like you, you're a nice guy and so forth. I don't believe it's the same as respect. It isn't. You know. So we're gonna have to put in the work, folks. We cannot just sit around in that state, in that bitter state, filled with anger, bitterness, and hatred, because we are not getting the respect that we so choose. You know what I mean? So right now, look at your life right now. And if you are, if you are, if you are, if you are one of those people, if you are one of those people who, felt like you haven't been getting the respect that you want, or that you so crave, you're gonna have to do something about that, because you need to make the change. This is not going to just happen by luck or by chance. When you get on this journey here and you are trying to make this change, you are going to see how critical it is for you to reinstate the respect back into your life. All right? And so that way you can shift, make the shift, move away from the, the anger and the bitterness and all of that stuff. So you can gradually get out of that state. Because too many of us are stuck there. I wouldn't say we are miserable. I think some of us are. But I don't think all of us are miserable. I think some of us are just angry. Because we think that we deserve better. We deserve more. That is not going to happen unless you put in the work. So, how do you develop consistency? Because it has to be developed. This is not something that you can just go pick up from off the side of the road. It's just not gonna happen. So the consistency has to be developed. It takes time, takes patience, and you need to be disciplined. Most of us didn't learn discipline at home. Some of us were raised with no father. Hell, some of us don't even have parents at all. So who was there to teach you? Pretty much nobody. But here you are, 18 years old, 25, 30, 40 years old, it doesn't matter. Now you're gonna have to discipline yourself. Something called self-discipline. So you're gonna have to take yourself through the process. So that way you can become a consistent person. And you are going to do what you need to do in order for you to make the changes. So you can start respect yourself again. And guess what happened? By default, other people respect you. But that's the journey I went on. I didn't know exactly what I was doing at the time. But later on, I found more and more people start gravitating to me. I don't think some of those people would ever even talk to me at all. So I understand. So I understand how important it is. And it's so cool. Like me, when I get oftentimes I get an inbox from somebody from Instagram or TikTok. And they say, you are such an inspiration. I like what you are doing because I run every single day. So they even go like, they say it, for workout too. But they will tell me that they would like to be as disciplined and as consistent as I am. And they would like to be as committed as I am to my fitness journey. What you think those people are thinking? My name, Rayan, they'll be like, Rayan is a guy who I can respect. Because he shows up day in, day out. It doesn't matter what weather is blowing out there. I still show up. And this is what I want to help, some of you men to, to get back on track. Be that man that you were, or that man that you aspire to be. And you're a man and you want respect. And you need your independence. And you need to be free. You want to be able to go wherever you want, whenever you want. You know what I mean? So, Rayan here with a brand new life. I'm going to leave it here. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Develop your consistency. It needs to be developed. I'm going to be hammering that one down into your subconscious mind until you get it. Reinstate your respect and your dignity back into your life. Become independent. So you're gonna make decisions based off of what you decide to do. You don't have to ask anybody any questions. You can just go do whatever you want. Doesn't mean you can go hurt people or anything like that. No, that's not what I mean. And our ultimate goal is to be free from the plantation. For they told us that you are free, you can do whatever you want and so forth. It sounds true, but it's not the whole story. All right? And when we have time, we can get into more of that. Like and subscribe. All right? Ryan here with a new video. Looking forward to see you soon, a new video. Don't forget, put in the work. Stay on the grind until you start seeing success. People will start respecting you again. All right, take care and bye for now. Bombastic, take care. Bye-bye. Good to see you. No, not at all. Take care. Bye-bye. I'm going to go now.